growing up, my dad was really supportive. And my mom, she was not quick to support me in soccer because I think culturally in Costa Rica, it was not supported, but it was looked down upon. It was just considered a sport for men. Even if family members would tell me, you should just stop playing soccer because that's not gonna take you anywhere. People don't wanna watch women's soccer. I just felt like my dreams were put down. And I was like 10 years old, you know? It wasn't like, I was a kid. And I think that was like the most direct and like blunt and like almost heartbreaking thing that someone ever told me. I think the deep desire that I had of reaching my dreams was so big that I've never lost hope. I remember being in my room and in the mirror and, you know, picturing myself being in a full stadium, you know, with just playing soccer and people came there to watch us. And I would get impatient because I would just not see in the near future how that was gonna be possible. The biggest thing that I could aspire was the national team, but it was frustrating because there was not proper trainings, no proper preparation whatsoever. I would find myself wanting to get better, but couldn't because of the environment. And that's when I knew that I wanted to get out of the country and just play somewhere else.
But for the Costa Rican national team, Rodriguez was their future, so they called her into training at just 11 years old. For the next decade, she worked to create the recognition she always believed the women's game deserved. And in 2015, it came, when they wrote history and competed in their first World Cup.
The games were televised at home, so we had exposure. We were the national team. We were Costa Rica. It wasn't women or men, it was Costa Rica. And when I was in the national team, or even a little girl, I didn't have like a Costa Rican role model whom I can say, well, I want to be like her. Like, I knew about Mia Hamm, and she was so inspiring to me. I think now I can be that for another Costa Rican. To see all that come to fruition, it feels good.
From her early struggles in Costa Rica to becoming the Rookie of the Year in the NWSL, Rodriguez knows that everything she has become is because of her journey.
I remember when I was a little girl, I was like, oh, I wish I was born later. The days that I would get so frustrated I would cry. And now I look back and I say it was worth it. It was necessary to go through that because that was honestly the fuel and the motor inside of me to kind of keep going sometimes. It was a generation in Costa Rica. It was a generation of our national team who, together, we broke barriers. I almost find purpose in that, you know. I find purpose in being part of a generation and one of the people who made history.
It's so exciting for the players because we're about continuing the growth of the game. And what better way to do it than have a game once a week where the fans can connect and be part of this.